Welcome to the video representation video tour of the Final Cut Pro browser window. The browser window is this window at the top left of your Final Cut Pro interface. It is essentially a desktop or storage place. It's where all the files that you use and other assets that you will use to make your movie live when you import them or you want them to become part of the set of materials that you want to use. You bring them into the browser. You can see here that I already have several items in the browser. Here's a couple of clips as indicated by that film strip icon. Here is a music clip as indicated by the speaker icon. Here's a folder that we can use to store and organize clips. And here's a sequence which correlates with this sequence, the project that I'm working on, the actual timeline, that has some funky little mini timeline icon. Not terribly helpful, but it is what it is, right? So in the browser I can do several things. The first thing I can do is view my clips. They don't actually view in the browser, but in the viewer, which is right next door. So if I double click a clip, I can get it up in the viewer, play it, pause it, scrub through it, etc. We'll talk more about the viewer in a little bit. I can also organize my clips by putting them in folders together with other like clips. So I will take my Windows Practice QT clip and drop it into my movie clips folder. Now you can see it's become a subset of that folder, and if I contract that folder, we won't see it at all. It's still there, I just need to expand it to see it. I can also grab my other movie clips, and drop them in as well. The next thing I can do is add bins or folders, they call them bins in Final Cut Pro, to my browser. I can do it in two ways. I can say File, New, Bin, or I can right click and select New Bin. I'll rename this new bin something useful and organize my clips accordingly. You can see how much more tidy and easy to see things in your browser things become when you use organization effectively. A second main component of the browser is the Effects tab. We'll spend more time with Effects tabs down the road, but for now, recognize that just like all the clips that you will use, video, audio, and otherwise, the effects that you will use in your timeline are also stored in the browser. If I wanted, for example, to insert a slug, which is something you'll be asked to do, I can go to Video Generators. There it is. Expand it. And down the list in Video Generators is slug. This slug I can drag directly into my timeline to place, and it becomes a part of my movie. It works this way for the other effects as well, very simple to apply. And there are lots and lots of different things, as you can see, that you can do. Some more useful than others. This is the browser. Again, it's the place where your files will live before you put them to use and after you put them to use in your timeline as you build your project. Now get cracking.